Hi, everyone. Hi, Debbie, Bumblebee. Yes, this is the day the Lord hath made. I will rejoice and be glad of it, in it. It, did you have snow? It was like a blizzard this morning. I did not go to church. I had to watch my church, which is on TV. I mean, they tape it. Yeah, it was like a blizzard. It looked like November out there. We have 2 to 3 inches of snow, not on the roads, but on the grass. It's finally has stopped, I hope. Uh, yeah, my whole deck was so full of snow and slippery. I had to go check on the chickens though. And then they wouldn't go out, of course. They're chickens. And so no snow there. Yeah, cold. The thing is, this is for one day. The rest of the week is supposed to be nice in the 50s and 60s. So all the snow will be gone, but there'll be mud. So, don't you love spring? And then the clocks sprung ahead. So I've been behind all day. I feel like I'm behind. Yeah. I have to go in and reset my Posher VA times that they share my closet, because I forgot that when you put the times in, they go by California time. So I put like 10 a.m., but that's not till 1 p.m. here now. So, and the latest one is after midnight. So I think I'll go in and make the times better. I love spring too, but I don't love these snowfalls in the spring. It's 50s in St. Louis. See, that's coming this way. Hi, Janet. Hi, Debbie. Diane, you're here? Yeah. All my girls are here. Well, I have some good news to report on my sister. She has been up and down several times. My niece texted me a picture of her up and walking, and the weakness in her knee has gone away, and it's no longer buckling. So, yeah, we're just like a day behind from the last knee surgery. So it's going to be fine. She's so happy. I just talked to her. She was waiting for her lunch to be delivered. Well, the Posher VA, I don't know, that one is expensive. There's some out there that are less expensive, but I'm afraid to switch because this one works pretty well. Hi, guitar guy. Yeah, me too. But Posher VA, I couldn't do without some sort of a helper or a VA assistant. You almost can't do Poshmark without one now, because everybody has them. Everybody's sharing all the time. And if you didn't do that, it would take you all day to sit and do it. So you almost have to have something. And Posher VA is a good one, but it is expensive. I haven't priced. Now, I think Flip, which that's the one that I cross-list with now. It was free for a while, for 100 days. Well, my free just ran out, but it's only $5 a month. So it's still pretty inexpensive. And I'm not sure, but I'll have to check. I thought that they did what Posher VA does too. Maybe not quite as, extensive, but I'll have to look back on that. If I could get that for all for $5 a month, that would probably be worth switching. Yeah. Yeah, let's see here. Posher VA shares your Poshmark closet. It does a lot of things other than that. It will also, you can set it to do different things. If somebody likes something in your Poshmark closet, it will send a offer to them. It's a little bit. You can set it like if you want to send them then in 3 or 5 minutes, like a 10% off sale on that item. You can say whatever you want to do. It does several different things. It's very good. But yeah, it's $100 and some every 6 months. So it is expensive, more expensive than, but another very expensive thing is having an eBay store. I have the middle level, the prime, I think it's called the premium or the prime. It's $59.95 a month. You know, that's in with your eBay expenses every month. It's expensive. Everything's expensive. Yeah. So you can go on and you can get several resellers will offer to get Posher VA, it's a certain amount percentage off for the first month or the first couple months. There's several resellers that do that. It is high. I know. It makes you think after a while with all these fees and things that you pay, do you really make anything doing this until you get really big? But it keeps my mind busy. It does that for me for sure. I know you can bulk share now on Posh. It makes it easier. Yeah. I've never tried it, but I did read about it when it first came out. But I had already had, the bot thing. So it just seems like I've done much better this week because I sold 21 eBay items, which is a lot more than I've been doing. But Poshmark only gave me 4 sales. So I don't know what was going on there because the VA thing was working. But yeah, it was very quiet at the beginning of the week. It's definitely busy. It's definitely very, very important to keep your mind busy at my age. Or I think you'll just, it'll get worse and worse. You really won't be able to talk then. So yeah, I did 21 eBay, 4 Poshmark, but my numbers, as far as what I made, aren't that great. Here's what happened. I did have an over $200 day, one, and one over $100 day, but I also had 2 0 days, which sort of takes away from that. Now, I had a bunch coming in this morning that not a bunch, but that sold last night before, they were actually on Saturday. So they count for this week. But I've sold 1 eBay and 1 Poshmark for today, which will be next week's. Yeah. So it seemed like I was getting very, very busy, but when I saw the numbers, not that good. Yes, Penny is sleeping over there. Yeah. So let's get down to these numbers and then we can talk afterwards. I'm going to share my screen. Uh, when I showed earlier in the week things that I was selling every day, so some of these you've seen before, but toward the end of the list you haven't seen those. So yeah, I may do this differently during the week because yeah, I like to do the whole thing on a Sunday. So let me share. See, I did tell you that I sold these Clark's collectibles right after that thing about the other Clark's falling apart. But these were good. These were these cute little sandals that these sold for $16.49. That was the sale price, and they shipped Ground Advantage for $5.85, so they paid plus tax, and they paid $23.82 to get them to Guthrie, Oklahoma. And this is that pretty Talbot's long line sweater, open cardigan that I showed earlier in the week. It was linen blend. It was a size 2X. It sold for the sale price of $24.79 and went to Lynchburg, Virginia. Now, if I'm not mistaken, I think that that's where Silver Owl moved. Didn't she move to Lynchburg? Now, I don't know her full name. So if this is you, Silver Owl, that bought this, thank you so much. But I don't know if it is or not. Let me see here. I sold these Chico platinum beige denim pants, jeans, like they were large, regular fit, the ultimate fit, slim leg. These sold for a $16 best offer that I took, and these went to Marysville, Ohio. The next is this cute little, I know I showed you this, Alex Marie cashmere cardigan sweater. I don't think I had this more than a week or so. This went to Center Mauritius, New York. Sold for $24.74 the sale price. Yeah, they paid a total of $32 with the shipping and tax. And this is this Eileen Fisher open cardigan. This was linen and cotton, a size large. Sold for $18 best offer. This went to Novato, not Georgia, California. Yeah. When this person bought it, right before, I had a lot of interest in this. I had some offers, but they were lower offers, so I finally took the $18. This is a pair of Anne Klein leather suede flats. I've had these a while. I think they're so cute. They were almost like new. I don't know if they were ever worn. They were called the Darcy Tassel flat, and they sold for a $15 best offer. They went to Bedford, Virginia. This is a BKE. This is that little short sleeve Western men's shirt in a large. Had pearl snap buttons. This was a brown plaid. It sort of looks black and white, but it was dark brown and white. This went to Barnett, Missouri. Sold for $18.30, which was the sale price. They paid a total of $25.41 after shipping and tax. Here's that little book I was telling you about, the Garden Almanac. This had been mine. It was a Country Living one that you ordered from that magazine. I, for years, got that magazine. Yeah, Country Living. It's a month-by-month guide, and it sold for $4.33. It went media mail, so they paid a total of $8.30, and it went to Rogers, Arkansas. This is a little striped top by Elin. Had dolman sleeves, was new with tags, and it sold for $21.59. That was the sale price. And with shipping and tax, they paid $29.36 total. And soft surroundings, this is a medium watercolor floral, 3/4 sleeves. And this sold for $21.59, the sale price. This went to Preston, Maryland. With tax and everything and shipping, they paid $28.74 total. And this is the Anthropology. The brand name was Postmark. I always say Poshmark. Postmark. It looks like a little stamp. You can't see it here, but it's a cute little label that it has. But it had this ruffling down by the hips there. V-neck sweater. This sold for $18, best offer. And it went to Chicago, Illinois. This is that American Eagle red plaid. This was a heavier plaid shirt, red plaid, extra large. It was a women's, but it was a slim fit. And this sold for $20. How could it have sold for that? Why does it say $18.74? This sold for $20. That's kind of strange. Anyway, $20. They paid shipping, so they paid a total of $25.85. Went to Shelburne Falls, Massachusetts. And this is the little baby spoon. This was sterling silver. And that sold for $27.82. And with shipping and handling, or tax, really it is, they paid $35.14. Went to Harrisonburg, Virginia. This is that little pair of booty shorts that I sold. They were black. They went by international shipping to some Asian country because it doesn't show on here, but of course, the name and the directions and everything were in a, I don't know what they call their writing. You know how the Asian Oriental script looks? Unlike our letters, it's altogether different. So, yeah, they sold for $12.82, best offer, but I'm sure they paid a ton. I only paid to get them to Glendale Heights, Illinois, which is the place where they send the things out to the world from there. Yeah. So, be anxious to see. It takes a while for the tracking to show you where the item actually goes. So I'm going to watch that. This is Style & Company, an A-line shift dress, size large. I just recently put this on. It's a pretty floral dress, no wrinkle. It was that stretchy, slinky fabric. Went to Lakeland, Florida, and I took an offer of $11.47, just under what sale price was. So with shipping and tax, they paid $18.53. And this is, I don't think I showed you this, Carbon 2 Cobalt. This is a men's linen button-up shirt. And it had button-down collar too, I think, in this beautiful lavender color. This sold for $20.24. With shipping and tax, they paid $27.16, and it went to Charlottesville, Virginia. That's like the third or fourth one going to Virginia, I see here. Okay, this is Talbot's chino pants in the size 18W. They were a golden beige, straight leg. They sold for $18 best offer. They went to Johnston, Rhode Island, a total of $32.80. Now, this is one of those things. Now, these type of pants, they weigh, more than a pound. But when things are over a pound, this went Ground Advantage, and they still paid $14.80. That seems high to me, and I'm sure I didn't pay that much for the label. So I'm making something on this shipping, and there's another one that did that too. I always check when I go to print the label, it'll say what they preferred. Sometimes they'll prefer to have things done shipped priority. So this was the preference was Ground Advantage, so I don't understand that. It's just since they switched to this Ground Advantage that's doing it so much. This is a J. Jill long line 5-button little jacket. It's a 1X. It was very pale blue, and it was a brushed fabric. Almost felt like, how that brushed fabric feels, sort of like suede, but it's not that heavy. This sold for $18.22. That was a best offer that I took. And this went to Lake City, Michigan. And they preferred priority. So this went priority. So they did pay up for the priority, and they paid a total of $33.41. Here's something different. I've had this a while. I remember buying this at Goodwill. This is a ceramic trivet, but it's a Longenberger. Here, it's a Longenberger. But somebody must collect Longenberger because somebody finally bought it. It was pretty big. It was like almost 8 inches in diameter. I had to hunt around for a box that could fit it in with all the packing I had to put in it. So this sold for $22.98. They paid shipping. This was pretty heavy. So they paid a total of $39.88 to get it to Zachary, Louisiana. And this is a Torrid tank swing top, women's large. This is bought by one of my subscribers. Thank you, Brooke. Yeah. For $14.08, they paid shipping and tax, paid a total of $21.57, and this went to San Antonio, Texas. Thank you, Brooke. And here's one of those pair of plaid pants. When I was buying everything plaid that I could fit, those names like Academia and I forget all the other names. on, this was a tan, like a window pane plaid, straight leg. This sold for $20.24, the asking price or the sale price. Yeah, this went to Amelia, Ohio. Total of $31.05. Oh, they paid. Okay, this is one that they asked for priority. Now, it wouldn't have had to go priority, but they asked priority. This only went to, Ohio. But yeah, so $8.85 they paid. And this is, okay, that was all of the eBay items. This is a Poshmark item I sold earlier in the week. When it finally woke up, I think it finally woke up on the 5th, which was Tuesday. Then I didn't get a sale for 2 more days, and then I got the 3 more sales. Banana Republic Outlet floral tank top. This sold for $15. So Poshmark takes 20% flat fee. So I got $12 for that. This is a little graphic tee that I've had for a while. I almost kept this for my own, but I put it on. This was an applique and then a lot of embroidery. And it said, "Life begins with coffee." And that's true for me. Yeah, this, I have my little things in the wrong order here. This went to Bayside, New York, sold for $9, and I got $6.05. This is that Chadwick's houndstooth wool pencil skirt, size 12. This sold, I have to look for this for some reason. So maybe I sold, oh yes, there it is. This went to Fairview Park, Ohio. That's really close to my daughter. It's in, not far from here. Sold for $20. I received $16. Yeah. I have one more, almost the same as this, the houndstooth. This next is the Gap. This is the last sale, I think. The Gap Sculpt, I think it's named. Gap Fit Sculpt. They're compression tights. It's an extra small. They were navy in color. They went to Margate City, New Jersey. Sold for $15, and I got $12 from that. So that is what I sold. As you see, these are just eBay numbers, not Poshmark, but Poshmark wasn't much. I'll just tell you what the Poshmark were in a second. So total sales, even though I sold 21 items, only $576.80. Now that's gross. I only netted $363.44. So the numbers are still not, very good. But I suppose it's better than slightly better than before. But yeah, I'm happy about the number of things are up. Yeah. So we'll see how it goes. Now, Poshmark, let me come back here. Stop screen. Okay. Now, Poshmark numbers, I grossed just on those 4 sales only $59 and netted $46.05. So that would be added on to the numbers. But yeah, not so good in the numbers, but I'm happy with the amount of sales. It makes you happy to get sales and to pack things. It's my favorite part of this business. is packing things. Yeah. Shirley's weekly sales. So much better than the Oscars. Oh, yeah, I'm sure. Ah, yeah, I let her out in the cold right before I started this, and she didn't stay out long. She saw that the chickens weren't out, and she came right back in. So that is, yeah, that's what I sold. I told you my sister's doing better. And I don't have any more animal things at the moment. I have to go dig through my files about animals. I do have, you could send in. These were our first, I'll show this on. These were our first original horses. Okay. Here is Echo, which I have just rehomed. Has a wonderful home on 58 acres with 3 horse buddies. This was Preacher. This was my quarter horse. I lost him about 2 years ago. He had a stroke and went blind, and yeah, he was going down pretty soon, but I have to have him put down. Sad day. And this was my daughter's first Arabian. This actually was our first horse. We sort of owned Satire together for a while, and then she took him over because she's a total Arab girl. She's a total, only likes Arab horses. So those are our first 3. Satire died quite a while, at least 6, more than that, 10 years ago or so. I'm not sure about the dates, but those were our first 3 horses. Let me see if there's any other good pictures in here. Here's a cute picture of my horse Echo playing around, being spunky. Here's my daughter and her horse, Satire. Now, I wanted to show you. See this man right here? He has moved down to middle Ohio now, so I can't get a hold of him anymore. Now, I don't know if he's still alive. He did not get his first horse until he was 80, my age. He is now 102. And the last time I talked to him, he was just about to reach his 100th birthday. But I haven't been able to get in touch with him, and I'm not sure if he's still alive or not. But that was one of his horses. He owned 3 horses. This was his first horse, and this horse was part Arab, and his name was Rawls. Yeah. He was really something. He was a professor at Ohio University. He was a professor of finance or something to do with numbers. Yeah. Here was our original herd. And this is my horse, Preacher. My quarter horse. Here's the best that my quarter. This is when my horse and me, we were at our best as far as condition and riding. That's me. Whoop. And that's my horse, Preacher. It'd be better if I shared this on the screen, but this was faster. Yeah, so I just saw this over there, so just thought I'd show it. 80 is young. I don't know, my back doesn't feel that way. If my back was in good shape, it would be so much better. I haven't had an MRI of my back in a long time. I'm sure I need surgery by now, but I'm not doing that. You're welcome. Yeah. So I will be back tomorrow evening, and yeah, I'll be back tomorrow evening. I'll put something together, and then on probably, I don't know, when the snow goes away and gets a little warmer, which may be Tuesday, is when I'll probably go to Goodwill. And I have to read that a minute. If then I will do a video. I'll do that with my GoPro, but it won't get on for a few days because you have to edit and do all that stuff and do a voiceover. Somebody really liked my voiceovers. Let me put this up here so I can read it. Even if numbers are not meeting high hopes, you're making sales, lowering my inventory. That's very true. I did think of that. And triggering the algorithm, which should help you to be seen more by buyers. Yes. Bumblebee, you're so smart. Bumblebee's the one that always gives me great keywords. I'm not so good at that. You ever work with a personal trainer or something to straighten your back? No, the most I've done is go to the chiropractor. I've gone to the chiropractor, which helped. I stopped going during COVID, and I haven't gone back, except now I have osteoporosis. You know, it makes you sort of afraid to have somebody be pressing on your back when you have osteoporosis. I don't know if that is a thing or not. But yeah, it did help somewhat, but I do have some bulging discs, I know, from the last MRI. So, yeah. The girl that cuts my hair that I've been with for 30 years, her husband just had back surgery, and he's still in terrible pain. And that he had it like a couple months ago. So I don't know. Back surgery has always been a little iffy as far as I'm concerned. The whole time I was a nurse, it was iffy. I don't think it's gotten that much better, but I don't know that. I'm just saying. Yes, love it. I have, yeah. Well, when you go to the chiropractor, there are, you know, they do give you exercises and they show you how to do them. So I don't know if that, but I've never had a personal trainer or anything. So I will close now and go have something to eat for supper. I don't know what yet. And I will see you tomorrow night, evening, 7:30, same time. I should make one day a week as an off day, but I don't know what day to do it. So, yeah. Oh, Paula and Debbie are here somewhere. Did I miss somebody? Oh, Paula. Yes, I see. Oh, you're the one that saw my doggy over there. Yeah. All right. Please come back and visit with me. And I will see you then. Thanks for coming. Bye.